Hello and welcome to the Change Gang podcast with me, your host, Laura Ordile. I'm here to help you hold on to your sanity and your soul as you move through big change. I'm here to guide you from frustration to flow in your life, bridging the practical and the woo, just for you. Let's go. Hey Change Gang, happy day to you. Here we go into another week. First, I want to say happy Memorial Day to all my fellow Americans and thank you for the service of all of those people out there, all the military people and all of their families, because the families are in service as well. I grew up in a military family and it's continued on with my children, so I'm very aware of what it means for everyone in the family. So thank you so much for all of those people that have served in the past, that are currently serving, and to those that will serve in the future. Super grateful. Thank you. And now on to today's episode. We are going to continue, and possibly this might finish up our astrology tour. So we've done the moon, we've worked with the elements, Saturn, Mercury. So today I wanted to tap into what's called the North Node. And it's a little bit outside of the normal planets, the big planets and stuff, but it still has quite the influence. The person that I learned it from refers to it as the shortcut to enlightenment. I really always kind of attach the North Node to Saturn, our life lessons, because the North Node kind of has influences in those life lessons. It's a little bit of what we're going to be dealing with, the flavor that's going to be added to those life lessons. So our North Node is what we are meant to learn. It's part of what we're meant to learn, what we're going to be excelling at, and what we strive for in this lifetime. And to the opposite of that is the South Node. That tends to be a little bit of our natural reaction, but it's meant to be left behind. They say it's what we did in our previous lifetime. So we're good at it. That, as I said, it's our natural reaction, but it's what we're meant to kind of move away from and move into the energy of the North Node. So I'm going to go through and talk a little bit about the signs in the North Node, and I'll share with you an affirmation for each one, which I think is a pretty cool thing. When we study these, we studied them with kind of what to look at with the North Node, the South Node, some permissions and affirmations, and I really love those part of them. So I'm going to share that with you guys today. So for my Aries friends, all right, coming right up into that first fire sign, this is, and I'll share a little bit of both, the north and the south side. So the North Node, what you're meant to be excelling at, the flavor that you're adding into your life lessons, and what you're working towards is to be assertive. Is to be independent, to display your brave energy, to put it out there, to be that warrior, and to know that it's okay to put yourself first. It is okay. And to be that innovator, all right? Really come up with the ideas and put them out there. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing, because the thing that I love about this, that I love about pretty much all fire signs, but it's pretty strong here, is that you are going to activate other people's energy when you step up. You'll create like a wake behind you, that you'll light the fire for other people. They can move off of your energy and do the things in their life that they're meant to do. So do that. Stand up and be brave and speak. Be the warrior. Be the warrior. And things that you're moving away from for people who have their North Node in Aries is that default Libra And it usually picks up on the harsher side of the signs with the South Node. So because it was a life lesson, possibly in a prior lifetime, and so it was probably something that was a bit of a challenge. Hopefully you aced it, and coming into this lifetime, it's a natural, easy thing for you. But now you're moving away from that. So for the Aries, they're moving away from that compromise, that kind of interdependency. Not really, they're not meant to cave in. They're not meant to bring that kind of mediation into things. They're meant to stand for things in themselves. So if you're Aries, if you've got an Aries in your North Node, then stand tall and stand in that independence. Move yourself, move your body, be in motion out in the world. One of the affirmations there is, my soul is a warrior who activates stuck energy. That means you help people get unstuck. How incredible is that? What a gift. That's a true gift. So make sure you're stepping into that. For my Taurus friends, people have Taurus in the North Node. And I'll tell you, this is mine, okay? And when I first learned this, I was like, oh, because it is something for me to learn in this lifetime. And it is not always easy. But it's that you've come into this world to be grounded, to be practical and stable, and to be very money conscious, all right? And this is going to show up where you are learning about money. It could be really maybe difficult for you, or it could be super easy for you, all right? But finding the stability in that. Stability is key for this particular placement, all right? And moving away from that indulgent side, kind of feeling entitled to what you want, to sometimes maybe being a little controlling, especially with money, and being the secret keeper, all right, to being that secret keeper. So you're moving, that's your natural go-to place. So you're moving away from that, moving into feeling grounded, into that foundational thing, really connected in that earth energy, all right, having home as your sanctuary, and feeling good in routine, feeling good with that, knowing that you might like to listen to a song over and over again, and that's okay. So the affirmation for Taurus in the North Node is, I bring stability and harmony with a strong will and great conviction. I am immovable and grounded. That's a good one. Okay, going into North Node in Gemini. Here we go into the air signs, right? Talking, of course. Talking and assuming the role of the teacher, all right? Being in that place and knowing that you're good at what you do and you have things to say to people, and you are meant to. You are meant to teach things, and it could be weird and wild things. It could be silly things. It could be, I heard about someone the other day that teaches classes in hula hooping. Oh my gosh, I would be surprised if they're not Gemini in some form, way, shape, or form, especially maybe right here in the North Node. Read. Take on all of the information because you want to, simply because you want to. And I don't care if you start a book and put it down and go to another book and get halfway through that one and go back to the first book. That's okay. Go back and forth however you want to. That's an okay thing. Moving away from energy here, and I've seen this happen too. I was going to say, kind of as you grow and age and move into life, you will really see kind of sometimes the South Node, obviously in the younger years, and as you're learning to be in that North Node, you do move away from that default. You are able to move into what you're growing into. So give yourself time. What you're moving away for with Gemini and North Node is South Node and Sagittarius, which was wanting to escape, all right? Not committing to things. Kind of saying, it doesn't matter anyway. Nothing matters. It's all kind of out there anyway. Nothing really is important. So, meh, you know. With the Gemini, no, it's really moving in and teaching people fun things, interesting things, and that we do need to sometimes move in and learn all that we can learn, all right? So being fascinated in the world is a wonderful thing for this placement. An affirmation, this is kind of a long one, but it is a good one. My open mind allows me to consider new ideas and freedom of thought. Change is a virtue, and I am a free spirit. I am entitled to be a free spirit. My mind can be a blessing. It's my choice. It's my choice. So choose for it to be a blessing. Don't let it get too wild on you. Okay, moving into Cancer. Cancer in the North Node is that caretaker, the mom. They love, probably when they were little, well, not in the North Node, but this particular part is to play house. Even at an older age, maybe they like to have the house. They like to be the nurturer. They enjoy putting sometimes other people first and really figuring out kind of how to work in that emotional body. And this is important here for people with this placement to know that your feelings are a gift. They are a gift. They're not a curse. These are beautiful, wonderful things, and they lead you into life, and they lead you through those life lessons in a way that helps. They really do help. So listen to that, because you are an intuitive person, and your intuition comes through your body and your feelings. And it's important here to move away from kind of being cut off from those feelings, to being in the business mind or the corporate world, and not in that feeling part of yourself. All right, that's the South Node, that's Capricorn. And knowing that you can move away from being financially bound to people. That's not what's important in this lifetime. It's not the financial side of things. It is the emotional side that is important for you to be learning and living and moving in. And that might be a tough one for some people. They might feel like, oh my gosh, I get so emotional and I don't know what to do with it, or I don't know how to track that. It's about honoring that sensitivity, really moving into it and knowing that it's okay to be sensitive, and that you do want that family connection, that emotional connection of being there, even though it's sometimes you need to be a little bit of stepping away and kind of going inside yourself. That's okay. Just come back out. Just come back out. And the affirmation here is, my emotional realm is a gift. I have great compassion when I learn how to accept my sensitivity. Tears mean that something is important. Don't try to push them away. You are a healer. Might be a little bit of a reluctant one, but you are a healer. So move into that energy as much as you possibly can. Going into Leo. Leo here. They are a bit bossy, and that's okay. Let yourself be bossy, and let yourself be the one that wants the attention. Be on stage, be on video, be up front and center and waving your hands so people will pay attention to you. That is okay. Show off and show up. You are entitled with this placement, and it is important to move into that energy, to be seen, to really be seen. So one of the things you're moving away from here is kind of the harder side of Aquarius, is putting yourself aside, letting the group or the community come first. Okay, that's not what's important here. That was what maybe came naturally to you, and probably was something that you really tapped into in your younger years. But as you move and you learn in your lifetime, you need to learn that it is a good thing for you to have that powerful side of yourself show up. If you want to find a cause and stand up for it, do that. Absolutely do that. Put yourself into that dramatic leadership position. Carry your passion where you go. And the affirmation here is, I share my joy and am contagious. I am fearless to stand up for the underdog. It is my job to shine and radiate both love and passion. All right, that's your job. That's what you're meant to do. So do it. All right. And it can depend on what some other influences are, obviously, in your chart to know exactly where you are meant to be showing up and showing off. And that's where you have, you have to go and look at your chart or have someone look at it with you, like me or another astrologer that can say, this is where this influence comes in. All right. But I want to share these with you anyway, because they are important and they're fun. Virgo, amazing little Virgos out there. So you are our organizers. You are the structure of the world for yourself and for others. Okay? And you are really an amazing person, because when you bring that organization to our world, when you bring those things, you show us how it can be done. All right? You bring creation. You are the creators that come in and manifest and allow us to really kind of take care of what needs to be taken care of in the practical. So what you're moving away from is the Pisces, the dreamy, drifty, mind wandering little thing out there, and maybe even trying to deny the woo-woo a little bit, right? So, but it's a part of who you are, and it's there. So move in with it a little bit at the same time while you are coming into that structure, that organization, and all of that, doing it really well. All right. In the early years, you might have gotten distracted, kind of spaced out, been in that escapism mode. So, the sex, drugs, rock and roll mode of things. But as you grow and you learn, you know that you can be an amazing person, be picky about things, and still be in that grounded thing and still have a good time. You can still have a good time being grounded. The affirmation here is, I have a pure intention to refine and perfect my expression in this life. Wow. I love my specific tastes and celebrate my very discerning eye, right? Because you are discerning, and that's a good thing. Okay, going into Libra. This is coming into partnership, coming into compromise, relationship, and really being able to dialogue, all right? You said, coming in with this placement, you made the agreement to be changeable, flexible, to really be in that, to be able to compromise and to show others how to compromise and be flexible, all right? And be committed. Be committed to the beautiful things that you love in those relationships and to whatever your art is that you love to do, all right? Moving away from kind of being that super independent person and just really kind of throwing stuff out there. Instead, going into really being that blend and having a little bit more flow with things, not just that argumentative, here's how it is side. All right, Libras really go into that flow. That's the best part of it, and I love that because they do come into partnership. And you know what? All of life is about relationship. So this is a really nice placement. Okay, so the affirmation here is, relationships are the cauldron of evolution and growth as a human. My relationships are part of my art form. I am entitled to create this life guilt-free. Love that. Really embrace that one. Really embrace that one. Okay, coming into Scorpio. All right, this is allowing to go into the places that no one else goes into. Going into the deep and the dark human side, whether it's through death or sexuality or even just the deep things, that people don't want to talk about. They don't want to talk about the dark side of things. They don't want to talk about what's way down inside of them. But the Scorpios can do that, and they are fascinated by it. They love, the scary stories and all of the true like crime things, all of that is something that Scorpios will really be into. And they can create pretty amazing things. They can create at a deep level. So, and then bring that up and out. So, on a financial level, they can do it. They can dream big and create big. It's pretty cool to watch. The thing that they're moving away from is sometimes that security and being a bit on the fearful side of money. The Scorpios will take the risk. They will move in and do the big thing, and they're meant to. You are meant to if you have Scorpio in this placement. So do that. Don't be in that fearful place or worrying about the security. And I'm not saying go out and be wild or do something that doesn't make any sense or anything, but you are here to take the risk. So do that, and don't minimize things because it feels a little bit safer. All right. It's okay for you to move into your power, to move in and to really do it in integrity. All right. Integrity is important for Scorpios. They really do want to be in integrity, and they want others around them to be in that as well. And that's why sometimes they do go into those deep things. They are great detectives. They will pull out all the little pieces of all the people around them and all the situations. But the affirmation here is, I am a powerful soul who loves to heal, transform, and generate great big results, because you do it in an awesome way. So go Scorpio. Okay, Sagittarius. These are our seekers. These are the ones that are at that university level. They're at that higher, not necessarily intelligent, but seeking. They're at that higher seeking level. They want to go to the next level and the next and the next. And they do like to find humor in things and not really necessarily take it all so seriously, because look at all the ways that it could be. They're the philosophers. So with philosophy, very fluid, right? Moving in and out of things. So they find the humor in life because they know how changeable it is, all right? And they will allow change without hesitation. It's like, yep, let's go take a trip here. Nope, let's change our mind and go take a trip there. So the thing here that you're moving away from, if you have North Node in Sagittarius, is a little bit of the Gemini energy when it gets stuck in the nervous energy, the internal dialogue, the detailed, kind of the smaller thought. Because for you, it's going to be at that bigger, higher thought, that next level. All right, don't let family or sibling rivalry get to you here. It probably did in the earlier years. Move away from that and move into the focus of the big picture for you, what you want. All right, and speak up and out about whatever you want to speak about. Don't really take things personally. If someone comes against you with an idea or whatever, say what you want to say anyway. Here's an affirmation for you, Sagittarius. Life is a philosophical exercise. I am honest and blunt and speak the truth. I elicit reaction in my wake. Here's this fire sign, right? I am here to make sure we all stay awake. That's it. Isn't that great? Life is a philosophical exercise. I am honest, blunt, and a truth seeker. I elicit reaction in my wake. I am here to make sure we stay awake. Pretty cool. Okay, coming on into Capricorn. You came in here in this lifetime to be grounded, efficient, successful, and to have large ambition. Okay, take on the leadership roles and be that leader in your community. Represent others and encourage them to be responsible. You're moving away from that distraction kind of family. So sometimes this is a choice between family and work, family and work, family and work, when you see it in an opposition between Capricorn and Cancer. So probably in the earlier years, it's going to be about family. It's going to be about having to kind of stay connected or have that responsibility that's there. But it's about letting not necessarily letting go totally, but knowing that it doesn't have to be either or, that you can move into the energy of that ambition and that leadership role and still be caring and loving in your family. All right. So the affirmation there is, I am a compassionate leader who values family as much as results. There's a combination, and that's great. Okay, coming into Aquarius, here's our humanitarians. They also like to break the rules. They want to go out and create a new way of doing something and change the family tradition and really just kind of do something weird and wild. And it could be based in science, it could be based in astrology, numerology, it could be in shamanism, it could be all around numbers, it could be all around puppies, it could be anything with Aquarians. So let it be anything, all right? And just make your own way. It's not about choosing the left or the right for an Aquarius, it's about creating your own path. Whether and it might go left to right and then circle around and then come back up and go front and back, and it'll go in any direction. That's okay. What you're moving away from here is kind of wanting to stand out but not really knowing how, or feeling guilty because you want to and you want the wealth and you want the beauty. So you're moving away from that stuff. So just do it the way you want to do it, okay? Just let it be however you want it to be. Here's the affirmation. Some of us have to stand apart in order to lead us into the future. I like being different. It is my promise. I'm grateful for those that love me just the way I am. And then coming into Pisces, these wonderful dreamers. And that is about it. Dream, indulge, move into those trance states, those meditative states, channel, be the full-blown mystic, use your intuition, do all of those things. Do them all. And you can find that combination of logic and being in that kind of dreamy, drifty state and allowing, that intuitive state to come in and blending those. There's two with the Pisces, there's two fish. So you can really blend those two things together. You're moving away from the structure. You're moving away from being the responsible one and having to always get it right. You don't need to do that. You just need to explore and see what's out there, okay? So the affirmation for Pisces is, I am a bridge between worlds. If my feet are firmly on the ground, my head can still be in the clouds. Isn't that wonderful? I love that one. I love that. So there, my friend, is North Node, all the way through the signs. I hope I didn't keep you too long. I hope you enjoyed it and had some fun with it, and that you will go and look and see what it is that you might find to help you on your shortcut to an enlightenment, living in your North Node and the influences that brings into your own life. All right? As always, I'm here. I absolutely do private readings for people. And right now, if you leave a comment, if you leave oh my gosh, I can't find my word. I couldn't find this word either earlier. Oh, goodness. Go and leave a review. There we go. Go and leave a review on the Change Gang podcast. Take a snapshot of it. Send it to me either through Instagram, through Facebook, or through the email that you can reach me at right here on the podcast. And you will get a free 30-minute reading from me, whether it's intuitive, whether we work with the subconscious, or if you want to just do a quick overview of the astrology side, we'll do any of those. It'll be your choice. So I appreciate it very much, and I want to say thank you for those of you that leave me a review. Okay, so go off into your week, have a great one, and I will be looking forward to being here with you next week. Ciao. I hope today's episode was interesting to you in some way and fun. If so, hey, find someone to share it with. Maybe they need to hear it too, or maybe they'll just enjoy it. If you'd like, go ahead and grab my tips on supercharging your success. It includes a free short meditation to do just that. You can find that at bit.ly/supercharge your success. Until next time, happy day.